Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so in my previous video I said I was going to go over some different acronyms, and I'm basically covering bats and bees. I'll be covering bats and bees, should I say, in the next, until we get it covered. Alright, so one of the main issues, and the first issue I saw when I started doing my own research, was colony collapse disorder, the CCD, right? It's saying my notes. It's first reported in 2006, according to Oregon State University. CCD occurs when most of the worker bees die off, leaving the queen behind. And we're going to talk about what's happening to the queens a little bit later with that black queen cell virus. Yeah. Now, this is where my frustration comes in sometimes. Now, you see this right here? It says, this is the USDA. It say no information is available for this page, right? There go available information. So when I see stuff like that, I already know. I click on it anyway. Now, there, see? Problem been plaguing the bees since 2006. Yep. Okay. It kills off all the worker bees, leaves all the honey behind, a few like nurser bees in the queen. Okay? But no, just about no worker bees. There's also farmers that are having whole bee farms dying off, like every bee dead. Now, before I get to what happens to the queen, I'm going to go click on some videos on colony collapse disorder and some pictures. Let's go to the pictures first. Let's see. See, these are what you see at bee farms. See the vanishing? See this? All of this? This right here? Honeybee colony collapse disorder symptoms. That's it. That's the thing about it that's sad, the symptoms. First of all, they flying around looking drunk, literally. Then they'll fall and they'll get to spinning around in a circle on their back. I don't even. Don't forget they had that one parasite that was getting in the bees and coming out through their heads when their heads was popping off a few years back. But you know, I got laughed at when I said, hey, y'all know the bees' heads is popping off and birds is falling out the sky? I got laughed at. But here you have symptoms of colony collapse disorder, and this is a cartoon, and you see they on their back now. I've been watching these beekeepers, zoo farms, and see, pesticides are probably has a lot to do with it, but that ain't all, because they've been using pesticides for years. So why all of a sudden now you got just, you know, what did they finally make the wrong pesticide? Nah, it's a whole lot of factors. It's not just one thing. And it doesn't matter if people be like, or if the theys say, well, it's due to pesticides. Okay, we don't care what it's due to. We care about it's happening, and that y'all are even admitting y'all can't stop it. I will come back to you. Slideshow. Okay, see the point? I'm doing this because I want people to see that this is a real issue. Okay? This is stuff that's really going on, and as you can see, the government knows about it. Of course they do. Look at this. And this is all I've been seeing since 2008, 9, round up in that time, all the way up until now. I've been watching this and researching this stuff. Look. Virus. 50 to 90% of bee colonies are affected by CCD. 50 to 90%. Damn near all of them. Okay? And is eventually going to be all of them. The effects of colony collapse disorder and no bees. I'm going to read you the effects of what's going to happen when that 90% turns into 100%. Hold up. Well, y'all pretty much know. Blueberries, almonds, cherries, chocolate, coffee, kiwi, melons, peaches, peppermint, sesame, sugarcane, vanilla, tomatoes, elderberries, roses, tulips, daffodils, dandelions, grass, trees, bushes, shrubs, and the list goes on and on. Okay? You can't, we won't make it at all without bees. But because we need the honey for antibacterial purposes, you know, but they don't, or should I say bacteria and germ stopping purposes. Anyway, so that's the CCD. Now, this zombie bee situation, hold up. I think it's called zombie bee disorder. Or maybe disease. Now, see, this right here is the critical one. Because if this is y'all talking about y'all tracking the parasite that's turning the bees into zombies. Okay, but what happens when a whole bunch of bees sting, a whole bunch of these zombie infested bees sting one person? Was it the spice that had people out there chewing people up on the interstate? Or was it a whole bunch of stings from these zombie bees? Okay? Let's pick one to read. Oh, okay. This was February 2016. Tracking a parasite that turns bees into zombies. Oh. Oh, is that the wait a minute. Apocephalus borealis fly? The female parasitic OPB fly, okay? On his back, and he about to infect the honeybee with the eggs, and then the eggs gonna hatch in the honeybee, and then there's your parasites in the bees, in the honeybee. The honeybee hoarders, while not actually undead, are the unwilling host to a parasite infection that researchers think drives the drones to act erratically or zombie-like in the moments before they die, the bees. NewYorkTimes.com. The big question for us was, is this a San Francisco thing or something that is taking place all over the country that has not been noticed by biologists before? So we know it's all the way over there. Zombie Watch Online will be definitely going to it. Oh my, hold up. Let's see what he did. This Dr. Haffernick first discovered something eerie was happening to the bees on his campus in 2008. Is this the University of San Francisco? What university? Or what campus? What's your name? Haffernick. Oh, okay. San Francisco State University. Okay. I got here to go. Okay, so this doctor from San Francisco State University says he first discovered something eerie was happening to the bees on his campus in 2008 when he stumbled upon several of them staggering in circles along the sidewalk. Them drunk ass bees them people was talking about. For weeks he picked a few up and placed them in a glass vial with plans to feed them to his pet praying mantis. One day he came across a vial he had forgotten on his desk for a couple of weeks. The bees inside were dead, but the vial was overwhelmed with small brown fly pupae. He came to the realization that the bees were parasitized or parasitized. Okay. And my guess would be that here it is. That's it. See, y'all better stop laughing at people. Fly maggots bursting from a paralyzed honeybee. Okay, so is that what was coming out the top of the head? That made the head pop off? Who knows? Anyway, after further exploration across San Francisco Bay, he and his colleagues found several bees that were also behaving strangely. They would fly from their hives at night, which was something bees would normally never do, and then circle around a light fixture. After their nocturnal dance, the bees would drop to the ground and start walking strangely. That Apocephalus borealis. That APB. Okay? APB. Need to write that down. Because, see, they'll be done got rid of colony collapse disorder name and be saying that. You got to make sure you get all the information wrote down. Hold up. Okay. Now, before I go, I want to touch on what happens to the queens that's left behind right quick, because I got to get ready to dip. So, that black queen cell virus, all right, this is critical right here. All of this is critical, but this before the bee can even turn into the black queen bee, oh well, no, before the queen bee can even turn into the bee, okay, the larva or whatever, it turns thing grows around it, and the head is black. Right here, there it is, and that's how you know that one is affected, and that's a done deal with that. So when you see this right here, that black thing on it, you pretty much already like, okay, that one is infected. The black queen cell virus is a virus that infects honeybees, specifically these APBs. Infection of the latter two species is more recent and can be attributed to genetic similarity, but this is Wikipedia over here. But that part right there, I did read in several different places, but we're going to click over here. It's a site that keeps up with the bee stuff really good. We'll look at some pictures right quick while I try to think of that website, so y'all can see. If you see this happening around you, it's a wrap. See, look at this. This is what I'm saying. Look what this over here. Look at that. And you see, that is what you see. The black, look, maybe that's why they call it a black queen, because it kind of looked like a, that's a nice scarf or something, a shawl that got a hood on it or something. But yeah, look at this right here. Is what's killing off the remaining queens that the worker bees left behind when they died off from the dang on it zombie colony collapse disorder. Okay? I mean, look at this. Look. Black queen cell virus. It's like they turn yellow and they grow it like this hard shell thing. Look like a skin, a pork rind grows around it. And then that happens. Let's see if we can pull this up. Yep. So they say it multiplies fast It gets this black cap on it. See the dark brown or the black wall patches? Those probably are what they're talking about too. And it's the queen larva cells infested before they can even. We got to get to this deformed wing virus. That's the DWV I was talking about. That's affecting the bees. These are the things I'm talking about now are affecting bees, and I haven't researched enough to see if it's affecting like butterflies and other stuff that be flying around the bees. You know. Here's another. What is this? This is another. Okay, symptoms of the BQCV. Infested bees tremble and are unable to control the movements they make. The bees infested with this virus have the upper part of their thorax very dark color. The virus also causes hair loss, giving the bees a greasy aspect. The young bees have an opaque black look. Opaque look. Dark. And there you have it. I'm going to try to pull up a video on no. Y'all want to play games? Okay. Missing queens. One of our nucleus colonies superseded, and the virgin queen was born with only one wing. Nobody wants to. Oh, 2 months ago. We'll come back to the queen. We'll come back to the black queen cell virus. Honeybees are infecting bumblebees. But I want a news segment. Oh my goodness. Hive hygiene. I don't even know if I want it. Let's do mass bee die-offs. See? Mass bee deaths affect Russian beekeepers. Russian officials raise alarm after mass bee deaths. Russian beekeepers blame farmers for mass bee deaths. Mass bee deaths, 11 August 2019. More mass bee deaths. Mass bee deaths around the world, a must share. Mass bee deaths Mass bee deaths sting Russian beekeepers. Y'all see it. I'm looking right at it. Look at that. Mass die-off. 37% bee colonies lost one of their biggest honey bee losses on U.S. record. He makes good videos.
Overall, many people saying that they have seen less and less
This one.
honeybees out in the wild, out in the open, than in years past. This is something we discussed many times, and we even had some people weigh in that have bee colonies and folks that know people that run them. It's not the easiest job in the world, but it has its benefits. And of course, anyone that wants to maintain a constant flow of local honey, this is the route to go. Now, they take these things to other areas. They will take the whole setup, so to speak, the whole caged unit with all these bees out of state into other regions so they can go around and pollinate other areas. So they literally take bees mobile to try to go around and help other areas that are lacking. But those people that have been doing this are now stating that they have seen a 37% bee colony loss since this past winter. This is one of the biggest die-offs on U.S. record. Now, we didn't know this, didn't have these numbers the last few times we discussed this, so I wanted to get this out there and let it be known that this is a serious issue here.
Mm-hmm.
With some major things going on here in this country.
Especially added.
Where we're seeing a loss.
Especially when you add it to the fact that we already have a major bat issue with these powder-nosed bats. And then you got the black queen cell virus. You got the deformed wing virus. You got the zombie bee disease. You got WNS. Did I say the deformed wing virus? Just I don't even know what to click. I'm going to just let it keep playing because people think it's a joke. Let me, hold up.
So it's not just the wild colonies out there.
Why you ain't going back up? What are you doing?
Colonies that are being tended to by people here. People that are managing them and trying to take care of them, they too are seeing the loss. But wanted to make mention, a good read here and some updates here at this article. If you guys get any information pertaining to this, let me know. Dabu7yahoo.com.
Yeah,
I'll continue to update as I get more info. Follow me on Twitter and also on DLive for exclusive content as well. You can find links in the description box. Much love, y'all.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Human society is extremely complex and fragile, built upon various...
No. Okay, so that's pretty much going to be it for right now. I'm going to come back with my next video. I'm going to make sure I got all the information as far as explaining, because what I'm doing is I'm explaining what this stuff means, right, in the beginning, and then I'm going to explain the same acronyms that's killing off animals and trees and water turning red and stuff. But you got to know what this stuff means first. Then I'm going to start posting it as it happened. And then you're going to start seeing every single day. It's an occurrence. Every day it's going to be some animals die off here. Every day it's going to be some tons of fish dying off over there. And it's been going on now since I started like really doing this type of research. I started doing this when them 5,000 red-winged blackbirds fell out the sky on New Year's in BB, Arkansas, when I got laughed at. And then exactly 1 year later, the exact same date, New Year's, it happened again. Okay? So it might take a brick for some people. It might take, a sledgehammer for some. It just takes for the same thing that happened on one New Year's to turn around and damn happen again the next New Year's, and y'all didn't even explain why it happened before, other than fireworks explosions, and we've been blowing up fireworks forever. Lame excuses that people are buying, and then people like me that's out here telling you what it is, we the crazy ones. So we're gonna go crazy together then. I'll see y'all in the next video.
Pillars. One of them.
I can learn to understand you much better if I can get familiar with the way you talk. I need your permission to help.
Is made possible by honeybees. They are so important that if all the honeybees were to die out, thousands of plants would follow, which could lead to millions of people starving in the following years. On top of that, honeybees have a huge economic impact. The dollar value of plants pollinated by them each year is around $265 billion.
I can learn to understand you much better if I can get familiar with the way.
There would be a massive decrease in productivity. Food including apples, onions, pumpkins, and also plants used for feeding livestock, and thus extremely important for our milk and meat. Einstein is often quoted as having said, "If honeybees die out,